All right, the Crew Motorfest. We got two new Nissans, right? The S14, Cookie. All right, if you know Zenki and Cookie, well then you know. If you don't, well, there was two front end styles for this bad boy. Okay, so the S14, the 240SX is Street Tier 1. It seems pretty quick. It tops out at 191, which is a little quicker than most of the cars. Everybody knows this is mainly a drift missile. Not a lot of people race with this. It's done, but this is a drift car, all right? It's very slidey. It wants to oversteer. It wants to initiate drifts. I did my best to correct that. You're still going to have a little bit of throttle control coming out of the corners and a little bit of throttle control. And actually steering input coming around the corners, you kind of got to like give it a little tap instead of just like full corner. It's not like it's not going to handle like a hypercar. It's also Street Tier 1, which Street Tier 1, it's just a whole nother beast. But look, I'm going to show you the pro settings for this. We're going to throw it in a grand race, see how it performs. I don't know yet. I haven't actually raced with this to see if it's competitive. I feel like it'll be pretty quick. It feels good. So look, let's get into the pro settings here, all right? We have other pro settings, but as soon as these drop, I was like, I got to get on this. I got to make these feel good. So I didn't touch any of these till we get to the aero. -20 in the front. I needed to put more aero on the rear, and this is the only way to do it. Suspension. Springs, front +7% stiff, rear +4% stiff. Damper compression, -3 soft on the front, +4 stiff on the rear. Damper rebound front, -4 soft, and +20% stiff on the rear. Anti-roll bars, +10% stiff on the front, and -11 soft on the rear. Camber front, -25, rear, -22. This is where I've landed. This car was a pain in the ass to tune, but that's what we got. So look, let's go throw it in a grand race. See how good this thing is. You boys know the drill. We got tons of other pro settings. We got the new content. We got all kind of stuff. The best tunes. Come back. All right. Okay. Watch the grand race. All right. We're testing out the new S14 tune. Also threw in the airfoil because we already know it's fast. Really curious to see how this gets down in Street Tier 1, but I don't think it's first. I think drift's first. 24th, holy. All right, well, we got way out in front of drift car because nobody knows how to drift. But S14 time, we got a big lead. We'll see if anybody can catch us, see how this thing performs. All right, not bad. Get her up to top speed here. We gotta let off because Street Tier 1 handling is just, you know, tend to forget sometimes when you drive a lot of hypercars and stuff. All right, brakes in. Not the greatest. I also, you know, first time really driving the car, so we still have to figure out how it acts, but for the most part, no matter what you do, this thing is just gonna want to give out in the rear. It's a drift car. Come on. Throttle control, and you can actually do a pretty good controlled slide with this tune, this setup. It's probably better if you slide it out a bit. If you're easy with the throttle and the gas, or not the steering input and the throttle, you can actually get this thing to grip up pretty well. It seems pretty fast here. One of those cars where it shifts a little slow, so make sure you let off the NOS while you're shifting if you're not playing wheel. I mean, this thing's ripping through here though. Feels pretty stable. I kind of like it. Changed my mind. The brakes actually work very well. Things not bad at all. As you can see, nobody's catching us. Which, it's hard to catch somebody when they're this far out in front. But if this was not top of the Street Tier 1 class, we would have been blown past already. You know, that's also, yeah, can be some driver skill back there. Obviously, you know, we're fairly good at the game. One of the top players. You know, we're always getting platinum. We played a ton of racing games, so we know what we're doing. But this thing is keeping its lead. I don't know, I'd say the new Z and the new S14 are probably top of their class. We got to use the nitrous to keep the top speed up, which is pretty normal, so we don't have anybody to draft off of. Yeah, from how this thing was stock, you couldn't even go around a corner without sliding out, so definitely fix the issues it has. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, this is going to be probably my main Street Tier 1 car. 100%. This thing is a beast. This and the Z are really good. Really, really good. We switching here? All right. Well, we kept our lead. Finish it off with the airfoil. And that's it. Nobody ever caught up to us. Anyway, the airfoil edition GT40, if you manage to get platinum, this thing is wild. Definitely feels faster than the regular GT. But the S14, hard to say because there was nobody right with us, but nobody caught us. And I'll do some more testing, but right now I'm gonna say it's probably top Street Tier 1, definitely. It's impressive. It's impressive. I think it's definitely a top contending car for sure. It's insanely good. Bean 1. Anyway, boys. Yeah.